Hello, I'm Adam Blackfish, and this is a tutorial on how to hack and play as the bosses in Arcana Heart 2. As always, please do go back and watch the very first video I did on the basics of boss hacking if you haven't seen it before. It will just explain kind of the bases of what we're going to do here, and if you try to follow this otherwise, you will probably get lost, I think. This is how to hack the game via emulator. I think for the PS2 itself, you'd need to use an action replay code or something, so this is really just people who want to do it on an emulator. For this, you're going to need three things. You need an emulator with the game open. I'm using PCSX2 here. You're going to need a hacking program, such as ArtMoney or Cheat Engine. I use ArtMoney personally. Make sure to also select the process, which of course is the emulator in this case, when you're setting it up. And you'll also need the character addresses. I'll have this in the description anyway, so don't worry about those, but you will need them for this. Let's start off by going into training mode. Let's pick a character. I'll go with Maori. Right, she is value 4. So we'll do a search initially for value 4. Make sure this address range you change it to all. It doesn't work when it's on emulator for some reason, I don't know why. So initially search for 4. Let's go back to the character selection screen. We'll go with Konoha next. She is value 3, so we will filter for 3. You always filter for all these subsequent values. Let's go with Kamui. Make sure to also select the same Arcanas as well, because we will be essentially hacking the Arcana addresses at the exact same time. Kamui is value 2, so we will filter for 2. Right, that's getting close. Let's go for Mary again, I think. Right, and she's value 4, so we'll filter for 4 again. Right, yeah, this is what I said last time, 38 values. If I try to narrow it down anymore, it will go down to like 35 at the most. So let's go back to the character selection screen. And I think I've kind of worked it out. When you find this value, value 7, it doesn't have any bearing on it. It seems to be the one above it and the 4 below, as far as I can tell. So Parace L'Sia is value 22, so we'll put in 22, 22, 22, 22, and then we're going to use Control to highlight all of those and then freeze them into place. We have to make sure we're forcing it to load the value. Yep, that's Parace L'Sia. Sweet. Yeah, I've kind of worked it out. I think it's the same for all 3 games, actually, but for some reason, it's whenever you find that weird, really large value when it's on the character selection screen anyway, it's the one above and the 4 below that seem to affect the character. Seem to be both the character address and the Arcana address. Why? No clue. The programming here is just batshit, as I said before. But that's it, and yeah, if you do 19, you'll also get Boss Angelia and the boss version of Mildred as well. That's, yeah, pretty much it. It's a pretty simple hack when you know what you're doing. Seeing all those dresses at once is probably a little bit scary for some people, but yeah, just mess around. Even if it doesn't work the way it did for me, just do like 5 at a time, put the value in, freeze it, try it out. If it doesn't work, pick another 5, and it'll be fine in the end, basically. As always, if you have any questions, any queries, any issues, please do comment below. And as always, thank you very much for watching.